Hi, welcome to the welcome to Singaporean PC Blaziken 4, and here we can see that Malaysian Yeong versus Matthew Hui, which is coincidentally sits here at the commentator seat usually.
Yep. My name is Daniel Yeong.
And I'm Steven, and so for Yeong, or more commonly known as Gary, he has a Groudon, Cresselia, Ferrothorn, Xerneas, Kangaskhan, and Togekiss.
Well, on Matthew Hui's side is Groudon, Seismitoad, which is not really seen in the metagame at the moment, and Kyogre, Kangaskhan, Ferrothorn, and Talonflame.
Oh, see right here that Matthew actually has a very interesting team here because he has a double weather options.
And
Seismitoad you don't really see often, and previously in VGC16 he had the move the ability switch which makes it faster in Tiger's range.
Yes, and on the look on Yeong's side, it seems like a very bulky team with Togekiss, which has will be able to redirect attacks and follow me, and Ferrothorn, which I would say it would be quite dangerous with Talonflame.
I think what's interesting about Gary's team right here is that he actually has both options. He can go Trick and go really fast with Xerneas with support from Togekiss. And so we see right here that the match is beginning right now.
That's right. We are starting the first match of this top 8.
Yeah, and on the screen right now you can see it's Matthew's point of view, and right now we see them leading with Kangaskhan and Groudon for Matthew, and for Gary we have Kangaskhan Togekiss.
That's right.
Gary not in the best of positions right now because both Pokemon are right now threatened by his powerful eruption from Groudon, and he can redirect away the fake out from Kangaskhan.
Yep. And not to mention that Kangaskhan has the option of not Mega Evolving if it has the Inner Focus ability, so it will be able to deal damage.
Inner Focus and Scrappy has been in a really interesting position this format because everything Kangaskhan right now have fake out, so you can have the option of hitting the ghost types, or you can have your fake outs going off 100% of the time, which makes it for interesting debate on which ability you want to have. But both abilities are good regardless.
That's right, and we are going to see some Mega Evolution. Matthew choosing a Mega Evolve his Kangaskhan, and let's see if Yeong would. Yeong has.
See Gary.
Yeah, Gary has yet to Mega Evolve, which means he's predicting the fake out.
We are going right into the Groudon here because I'm preventing the eruption from killing both of his Pokemon, and that's not something that we would want to see in turn 1. Right now, Gary right here has a pretty good position right now because he can redirect away the possible double edge from Kangaskhan.
Yep, that's right.
And dealing a lot of damage with the Groudon because even with but then again he runs the risk of being slower than the Groudon.
Yes,
because
Groudon has a chance of actually doing a lot of damage with Eruption and Precipice.
It depends on the speed investment that Matthew has chosen to put in onto his Groudon. It could be a positive nature, and it could still be faster than Kangaskhan because Kangaskhan is slower before. Right
now, because Gary just Mega Evolve his he has a Citrus Berry. Gary just Mega Evolve his Kangaskhan, which means he is slower than Matthew's Kangaskhan. Against his speed after Mega Evolving.
Well, you can see the ball of the Togekiss right now surprisingly, and here you can see that the Groudon actually outspeeds Gary's Kangaskhan, and with overheat, possibly
perhaps a bulky Kangaskhan?
Perhaps a mix physical.
And he went for return, by the way.
Saying the tailwind right here, which is excellent for Gary.
Ooh. So right now, tailwind is in effect on Gary's side. So this
an interesting play here is that Gary could actually just air slash. But then again, it opens up Kangaskhan to a second battery.
Yes,
at this range, I'm pretty sure he's gonna die anyway.
So very likely, it's very likely that he is going to either Sucker Punch or Predict and go for Double H.
A timely follow me and locate into the Kangen stance is a pretty safe play at this point. You can't Matthew can't really do much to stop that, and he's definitely gonna lose a Pokemon here.
Absolutely.
Well, we can see. Okay, there you go. Groudon retreating,
returns.
probably into a Kyogre. Nope. Sun, and there we see Marathon.
And there we go.
Kangen is in a very Gary's Kangen is in a very precarious position right now because the return
Hands on.
Interesting play,
choosing.
But then again, gets the KO doesn't matter right now. But
yeah,
probably not having low kick. Maybe having the more traditional power punch. But we don't know because we have not seen it yet. However, and so here we see a Talonflame coming in. Still a very safe follow me return into the Talonflame this turn.
That's true.
But then again, right now, if Gary does loses his Kangaskhan, he might have sort of a problem against the incoming Groudon in the back.
Depends on how Gary plays. He could lose 2 Pokemon, or he could proceed to switch. Okay.
Yeah, straight into Groudon, probably going for the follow me on the Tailwind. And Matthew might match Gary's Tailwind with his own Tailwind so that his Groudon could outspeed his Groudon. And so forth and so on. Yeah. Now I see what the Talonflame is gonna do. But right now, he's still in very good position and going for Protect.
Probably predicting a follow me. Gary predicting Matthew predicting a follow me from ooh.
Oh, I see here excellent thing with Gary though, because right now the Groudon is free to Eruption or whatever because we already seen that Matthew's last Pokemon is the Groudon, not the Kyogre. So
that's right.
Gary is actually pretty free to fight off all those fire attacks. Which is and the follow me.
He can sacrifice Togekiss at this point.
Togekiss at this point I think has done his job, so it can just do what it does best, which is follow me.
Now it's a matter of what is Ferrothorn is going to do.
A Protect would be
a double Protect. Wow.
Wow. Oh, okay.
And yes, there goes that Protect as well.
Gary making a hard read here, and it paid off. Wow.
But however, Eruption hitting just Talonflame.
Probably taking out. Hey, but it didn't.
It's around 80% of its regular 150 damage. Because he has that amount of.
But then it still doesn't change the fact that Gary is still in an extremely good position. Follow me, Eruption, which is take out both of his Pokemon.
Absolutely.
And even if the impeding Groudon Switch-in was there, it would take a shit ton of a huge ton of damage.
Don't worry about my partner there. But yes, right now, Matthew is right now in a precarious position.
It's not in a favorable position right now, but it remains to be seen. There you go.
There we go. We have to follow me here, so.
And Brave going straight into the is probably take. Talonflame might even take itself out.
And it's a KO. It's a KO.
Talonflame might take itself out in a recall and probable life.
No.
But it's gonna be taken out by Eruption.
Eruption, yes.
Unless the Ferrothorn has an Ochre Berry, but as shown here, it definitely doesn't have an Ochre Berry.
And yes, that is a double KO, which means Matthew is now with 1 Pokemon left.
It's quite hard even right now because Matthew's Groudon is now going against the world.
Yes, that's right.
With a very low health Groudon and the Kangaskhan coming in.
Kangaskhan right there.
A pretty convincing turn 1 by Gary. And you can see here that Matthew is going for the forfeit now.
That's true. And you have to take note that Gary have not got his 4th Pokemon out yet.
Yeah, there you go. You can see the forfeit coming from Matthew. Probably not to reveal any more information from to Gary about his Groudon. And we can see us going to the next round.
So, going from what Matthew has learned and what Gary has learned, how do you think the battle would go for the second round?
I think I think Matthews has to pick between these weathers because Gary actually has a lot of options against him because judging from his Ferrothorn, Matthews' team doesn't really do well against Ferrothorn if he doesn't bring either Talonflame or Groudon.
Ferrothorn on both sides definitely pushing away the Kyogre and the Seismic Toad.
But the token support here for Gary, I think is going to be vital for him because the Tokyo supports the Groudon pretty well, redirecting if Matthew was to run a special Groudon, redirecting the Earth Power.
Have we seen what Matthew has done with Groudon yet?
No, Matthew only revealed at this point only Overheat, which doesn't really provide a lot of information. Because
so very possible it's a special type.
It could be a special type. It could be a mix with Precipice Blades and Rock Slide, or if he's crazy enough, he could even have Psych Up to copy stat boost from things like Xerneas.
So our players are taking quite a bit of time. Gary in particular.
Matthew seems to have taken picked his Pokemon, and here you go. Here you go, round 2 of the top 8 of Singapore Blaziken 4. And over here we can
Singapore Blaziken Cup PC number 4.
Yeah. So here we can see Matthew leading with Kyogre and Seismitoad. Changing it up from the lead from before, and we can see Gary still going for the Kangaskhan Togekiss lead.
And with Primordial C activating, it looks like Seismitoad is going to be faster for the first turn.
Very interesting. Seismitoad is not something you often see in the meta, because a very likely move that a very interesting trick I could say that these weather teams that could use is to follow me, as common see on a Lilligant Groudon team.
But if Gary has his Primal Groudon at the back, he could negate any water type stat.
And here we go. You can see that Gary switching up.
That's right.
Choosing
to Ferrothorn.
Probably going to fake out towards the Kyogre or Seismitoad, because Seismitoad right now isn't doing much. Does it?
He would most likely fake out against. Yep. Kyogre. If he lets Kyogre attack, it will. Why did we see that?
Probably getting rid of Kangaskhan's ability, Paratamon, which means that Kangaskhan's damage output is severely impacted right now.
So
I'm still not exactly sure what Seismitoad can do. It can maybe can Scald. It could Scald.
But it looks like his first one. It seems to be some of a support type.
Right. It could
Gastro Acid.
It had Gastro Acid.
It may have 1 or 2 other attacks, and probably a Protect if he chooses to protect his own.
I'm not sure exactly I'm not really sure what the stats exactly for Seismitoad. Sorry, I keep saying.
But I do have to point out that Kyogre has a chance of finishing off Kangaskhan.
But then here, as you can see here, Matthew actually switches the Groudon in, probably to take the Power Whip, and I can definitely see a Protect coming from the Kyogre right now.
It depends on where his Power Whip goes to.
But even on Groudon, the Power Whip is still neutral, and
Gary returning Kangaskhan and bringing out Groudon.
Kyogre probably going for Ice Beam or Protect, but I presume that we go for the safe Protect right here because there will be no other reason for Ice Beam or to Water Spout since his own Groudon is coming in.
If Matthew brings in his own...
It's okay if we see double switch.
Double switch right here. One is...
with his own
Ferrothorn.
Oh, okay, see the mirror match happening right now.
And the Power Whip run to Ferrothorn, so it will take Iron Buff's damage. And do we see the Rocky Helmet?
No, we don't.
No. Okay.
Interesting. Right now, it really depends on who, and this is basically a speed ties happening all over again.
Speed ties.
We need to see whether
very dependent.
We need to see whether Matthew is trying. Which is Matthew trying to take out? The Ferrothorn, the Ferrothorn, or the impending Kyogre switch. But again, that doesn't help him at all because it just removes Ferrothorn's biggest weakness, which is fire.
It just means that Matthew's Groudon will not be able to use a fire attack, but he still has access to Precipice Blades in the range. So.
The thing at Precipice Blades, you can see, as you see here, Groudon and Groudon has actually quite high defenses. So a Precipice Blades, bar a crit, would never KO Groudon and a Ferrothorn. So it really depends on what moves that Matthew's Groudon carries. Because we have already seen that Gary's
overheat from Matthew's Groudon, and looks like he's going to switch over to Kyurem.
Very interesting move from
expecting
Matthew.
a fire attack. Alright,
Okay.
his
Groudon
chooses to
protect. And the Earth Power
Earth
going
Power.
straight into the Gary not falling for the switch in.
Power
going
Whip right onto Groudon. How much
doing a
does he
solid
do?
30% on it, which is quite okay. No,
That's quite close to a 3-hit KO.
Yeah,
at best.
exactly. Right now, Matthews is not in a really hot position as well because now he has no reliable way of taking out the Ferrothorn.
But not to mention, he has a Ferrothorn in the field, so depends on what Matthew does. He may or may not lose his one of his Pokemon.
A smart move right now would be definitely just to protect the Groudon because Groudon is definitely more important in the long run. And Kyogre going for the obvious protect here.
Yes.
No reason not to protect at that point. And the Gyro Ball going straight into the
Gyro Ball.
Togekiss.
Ryan the Togekiss, nice play.
But survives very nicely with that immense
Citrus
ball.
Berry.
Citrus Berry just helps it. Maybe he can survive another Gyro Ball at this point.
I think it's up to the damage rolls to decide whether or not Togekiss lives.
But still, Matthew right now isn't in the best of position because he really needs to take out Gary's Ferrothorn. Because it's a thorn in his...
Yeah, my personal opinion, I feel like he is probably going to need to switch out Kyogre before
at least it from Gary.
Togekiss.
At least it or attack or double into the Kyogre slot here would be really clutch if he manages to catch the Groudon and switch in right now.
That's right.
Or you can just go to for the Air Slash on the Ferrothorn and just pray for the flinch. 60% flinch from Air Slash is not something to laugh about.
Matthew taking his time to actually consider his move right now.
Yeah, because it is he's in a not so good position.
I wouldn't
right?
say he is in a pickle because he is bringing 2 primals to the stage. So
he is, but every time he switches, right, he loses. Every time he switches, he actually loses momentum right here. And Gary has more opportunities to deal more damage.
Deal more damage, that's right.
But you can see that Ferrothorn can't do anything. The mirror Ferrothorns can't really do much to each other.
Oh, doing a double switch once again.
Into the
Seismitoad? Yes, right.
As such, going straight into the Seismitoad slot. And Ferrothorn
Power
going
right into Groudon.
Now we're back in a even position for Matthew because Matthew now can threaten that Ferrothorn immediately with the eruption or Precipice Blades or overheat or whatever.
That's true.
And I'm still very curious what the Seismitoad can do here, and I'm very keen to see what it can do.
And it can go physical with waterfall.
It could have earthquake, but now he can use its water stabs.
That's right.
Probably
very likely though that Groudon is going to erupt.
Eruption would be really clutch.
Overheat.
Matthew did show that he had overheat, but we're not sure what variant of Groudon that he has.
Let's see. Ooh.
Seismitoad going straight for the protect.
Alright.
And Togekiss protecting well.
Yep.
Quite a ballsy play from Gary right here. Fire Punch going straight. Wow!
Oh, going
such
straight
huge predicts.
Okay.
So it's basically shown here that Matthew's Groudon is actually physical with Fire Punch.
But Fire Punch and overheat?
Yeah, it could be a mix set. A mix set is pretty common in early season.
That's true.
Earlier in the season.
So very likely his last move
would be Precipice Blades.
Precipice Blade or an Earth Power, the most sensible move for.
Definitely would be. I'm pretty sure it's a mix set with Precipice Blades because.
That's right.
Probably using that overheat for a very huge nuke.
Bringing out a Ferroton once again. Is Matthew trying to predict a Power Whip?
Again, Matthew here trying to predict
Ooh!
the switch here from the Ferroton, and
Tailwind from Togekiss after leaving a Fire Punch, and Power Whip goes into
the
Ferroton once again.
Very
Bugs taking damage, and Matthew seems to be ignoring Ferroton completely right now.
Probably predicting the switch. Probably predicting the switch or protect or anything. But right now, Gary would be really wise if he could just sacrifice his sacrifice his Togekiss and get a lead seed or something off right now, because
That's
now
right.
Gary really needs to switch it into something and get some offensive pressure off.
So right now, Togekiss is faster than Groudon.
It doesn't really matter at this point. He could follow me, sack off the Togekiss and get for example here the Kangaskhan in to get immediate pressure, or the Groudon. So hopefully Gary makes the right plays here, and you can see.
Right. Ooh, we are going for an Ash-Slash.
Going for the flinch.
Groudon.
Does he get it though? And he
gets a
flinch. And the next lead going straight into the Groudon as predicted.
Wow. But
Thunder Wave
coming through to Togekiss?
Wow, yeah. Probably predicting the switch in from Togekiss into something else. Oh wow, that was a very huge play from Gary's part.
Good plays on both sides too.
Very good plays.
Thunder Wave and Leech Seed together.
But we didn't know what the Groudon was targeting. Maybe targeting the Ferroton. Probably Matthew predicting the switch in or the switch in to.
At this moment, Thunder Wave makes sense because Togekiss is the fastest in the field right now.
But honestly, on Gary's side, Togekiss has basically done its job, which is provide Tailwind for
That's right.
for Gary.
So it will very likely be a double Pokemon loss for Gary right now.
Gary is doing a very good job protecting his Ferroton right now, because he realizes that the Ferroton is his key to winning this game. Because after Groudon goes down, right?
That's right. We have 2 water types, and one with 4 times weakness to grass.
Yeah, you can see basically Ferroton can't do anything to his opposing Ferroton, and I don't think Seismitoad and Kyogre have enough firepower to take out the Ferroton right now if the Groudon goes down. So
Matthew again taking his time at the moment, with 33 seconds left on the command time, and I see Groudon living through another Leech Seed, but depends on what he uses.
I think a very wise decision by Gary right now is to protect and sack off the Togekiss, because right now he really needs something to be get a free switch into either Kangaskhan or.
That's right. Yeah. Fire Punch
and
on the Togekiss.
Matthew's still refusing to address the problem that is the Ferroton. Probably still predicting that the Ferroton will switch, but Gary
as a result, he lost
his Groudon. His only solution to Ferroton. It will be really hard for Matthew right now to crawl back in.
Thunder Wave again.
Thunder Wave on Ferroton doesn't really matter since it's so slow anyway. But probably Matthew is trying to get
he's probably getting some speed control at least.
But Ferroton is slow anyway, so it wouldn't really matter at this point. And honestly, the paralysis right now actually helps Ferroton because it makes the base power of Gyro Ball higher.
And paralysis is a 1 in 4 chance of getting.
Okay, so you see right now Gary sending in the Groudon and the Seismitoad. Interesting lead, but Kyogre switching is pretty obvious here.
I'm pretty sure we all know how the Groudon versus Kyogre goes.
We do, but then again, switching into Kangaskhan here is not bad as well. From switching the Kangaskhan into the Groudon slot and a Power Whip into either slot would be really good. Or even just a plain DC will do.
So there we go. We have Kyogre coming in right now on Matthew's side.
A smart protect from Groudon would be really good here, because an Earthquake or Scald wouldn't be, and Groudon go very ballsy.
Power right onto.
Does it pick up the KO?
And it does not pick up the KO.
And here we can see that Matthew revealing the Seismitoad to be a special Seismitoad, and Power Whip going straight into the Seismitoad slot,
and
taking out the Seismitoad.
I think it's pretty safe to say that the game is over at this point. Gary has a Kangaskhan at the back, which is faster. So
right now he could just preserve the Groudon, sack off the Kangaskhan, and just KO the.
You know what? I see Groudon switching out at this point because he really needs that.
Yeah, he needs Groudon. He needs Groudon to win this match.
That's
to be
right.
honest. And he really needs a paralysis to happen right now because the only way that the Kyogre is gonna survive is that he gets the paralysis or power whip miss. But right now, even a Gyro Ball at that range will take out the Kyogre.
Origin powers coming from Kyogre.
Probably taking out the Kangaskhan.
And Kangaskhan still lives.
And
Gyro Ball going towards
obviously
Kangaskhan. There we go.
Gary can make a smart plays, sacrificing Kangaskhan for the free switch in the Groudon and resetting the weather. And Power Whip hitting the Kyogre. That's basically game over for Matthew right there.
That's right.
With his own Ferrothorn not being able.
Ferrothorn against the Sun this time around.
And I don't think a Ferrothorn is gonna outspeed a Groudon right here.
Not at this
point.
So
here we go. You can see Gary here getting a convincing 2-0 lead against Matthew.
So we have Gary progressing to the next round, top 4.
Yeah. Right now,
Flamethrower
going to the
guaranteed hit.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Gary and Yeong Jiang winning against Matthew Hui.
Congrats to Gary, and yep, that's the game for top 8.
Yep, and we'll go on a break and before we continue to top 4 matches.
Yep, we'll be right back.